Switch to switch to switch to switch to switch to.
Hi chat, how we doing? Hope you're all doing well. I'm in one of those sort of cozy, like, can't really be bothered doing anything intensive moods today. So, let me get you on this screen and then we can carry on chatting. So yes, hello. Sorry for no streams the past 2 days. Obviously, Tuesday I was working, so there wasn't going to be a stream anyway. And then yesterday I was going to stream. It was going to be a late stream. But obviously, there was a very long live stream with 2 people yesterday that went on for a very long time. And it went on for a lot longer than I thought it was. So a lot of people are like, oh, you should like not get involved. Not that I was getting involved, but more so like, why do you even care? It's like, because I'm kind of in this space, not even just as a streamer, like just being in the community, it's nice to be clued up on these things, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was happening yesterday. I don't want to draw loads of attention to it. It's just, that happened, yeah. It's sort of supposedly being squashed now, so that's kind of the way we're looking at it anyway. So yeah, and then we're back to today. I was going to do some stuff on the largest SMP again today, but I was playing a lot last night, and I've basically got full diamond armor now with enchants and stuff. And I thought, if I go on today, I'm not going to have much to do realistically. And we're already on Thursday, and the server closes on Sunday. So I thought, instead of going online and like trying to build something and then it getting disappeared in a couple of days, I know they are doing an end event tomorrow, so they're going to be fighting the Ender Dragon. If I do stream tomorrow, it will be a very late stream, and I mean like maybe like a 10 p.m. start, because they're planning to do the Ender Dragon at around 11 p.m. my time. So if I do stream, it will be one of those like Portal goes quiet for like 90% of the stream, because obviously I live with my mum and my younger brother and stuff, and I've got to be quiet at that time. So yeah, I might stream that tomorrow. Time zones are shit. Very, very shit. But you just gotta kind of get on with it, haven't you? What else have I been up to? Not much really. Just chilling. The new season of Exo Kitty came out today, if anyone knows what that show is. Very, very good show, which got me on a tangent of looking at South Korea and wanting to go to Seoul, and yeah, it was a whole thing, because I'd love to go. I think that is another one after Japan. I think Seoul in South Korea is like next on my list of places I want to go to. And it's not that expensive. I was looking, it's not too expensive. It would require a couple of months of saving though, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of it. I got a new desk mat. Do you want to see? I would try and show you a picture online, but I don't think it'll do it justice. So let me like take it off the desk and try and show you this way. So Owen's Juice worked with a company called Epic Desk. They've worked with people like Tango Tech in the past, and they released a sort of decked out like dungeon version of a mouse mat. But the microphone's going to get covered up. This is the Juice Cafe. Now bear in mind, I can't really see what I'm showing you right now, but there's the Juice Cafe. That's Owen's sort of like fictitious place, and obviously he calls his audience the Juice Cafe. But it's very, very cool. There's a lot of nods to sort of different series on there. I don't even know how I'm supposed to show you. Maybe if I put it back on the desk and try and move the camera a little bit. It is upside down, to be fair, but like there's a little rat in the window. Over there is sort of like POW Creations. There's a little Outsiders SMP. There's this little thing from New Life. Here's his stuff from his Hardcore World. There's Luann's cat sitting under the little bench there. It's very, very cool, and the colours on it are amazing. So yeah, I got that. I think this got delivered yesterday. So that sort of sits on my desk now, and it's very nice. I know I only got a new one not too long ago, but I couldn't pass up on this because it was just very, very cool. Sorry, the mic's in a really awkward place. I mean, just trying to fix it back to where it was, so I've got the right amount of space everywhere on the desk again. No, it needs to be. Oh, I've just tabbed out of Minecraft. There we go. And the camera's not in the right place anymore. Are we back where we're supposed to be? I've also fixed this. This was broken. I didn't even realise, but this connector here was broken. So I got the box out for the mic and managed to get another one. So now it actually is a lot more secure than it was before, which is good, because obviously it's a pretty expensive piece of kit and we didn't want that breaking. So yeah, going back to what Dax said at the beginning of the stream, the Switch 2 got announced today. We can watch the trailer because it gives me something to do for a couple of minutes. Switch... No, that's a Office video. Switch 2 trailer. Let me do this. Let me pause the song. We can go to display capture and we can do this. So I probably will be getting this because I am very, very interested. It looks very, very cool. When this trailer first initially dropped, I was very confused on why is there a USB-C port on the top, but let me get my Switch to show you. Obviously, the only USB-C port on this Switch is on the bottom. So when you're trying to play it when it's in this mode where it's like on the desk, you can't charge it whilst it's in that mode because the port's at the bottom. So obviously the charging ports at the top now is going to be used for like when you're trying to play it on tabletop mode and you're trying to charge the Switch at the same time. And I'm trying to work out if there's any more differences. Obviously the headphone jack's still there. And I like that it's got rubber feet on. Obviously this Switch hasn't got rubber feet on the bottom. So it's nice that when it's sitting on the desk, it's not just the regular hard plastic that's sitting on the desk. It's more so like there's little rubber feet. So maybe they're encouraging more tabletop play. I don't know. People were saying this looked quite flimsy. I think in terms of a console, I don't think this will be flimsy. It doesn't look like it to me. It will be made out of the same hard plastic that this one is. Obviously there's the same slot at the top, and obviously these sort of bracket things here look sturdy, you know what I mean? But we'll see. I'm very excited to get it, and obviously depending on when it releases, obviously we're not getting the first like Switch Direct until around April time. So we will only find out more info when that happens. Why is the camera being really weird? There we go. No, still don't like it. Still a bit too high. That's the job. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what it's like. A lot of people are very skeptical about this whole like it coming in instead of it being like slid down. I think it will be okay. I can't see there being any major issues with it. But like announcing it now and then not being able to get any more information until the beginning of April, it's like 3 months away. It's pretty crazy, to be fair. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see. A lot of people were complaining like, why is it called the Switch 2? That's stupid. But like, I don't think that's very stupid. I think it makes sense. A big reason why the Wii U didn't do as well as they wanted it to do is because people thought that it was just an addition to the original Wii when it wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, people just thought the gamepad was just an addition to the Wii, and that was what the Wii U was. And a lot of that came down to the naming convention, which you think like, oh, that's stupid. But because now we know what it is, you probably don't think it's as stupid. But back then, people just thought, like, do you know, like you have like Wii Fit, or I can't think of another example, but you know what I mean? Like, people just thought it was an addition to the original console, whereas this makes it very clear that this is a new console. And obviously we've got the new Mario Kart. This is Mario Bros. Circuit, which is a map we've never seen before. And they've changed the look of Donkey Kong as well, if I can try and get a screenshot. Donkey Kong more matches the appearance of his movie counterpart now as well, which is pretty cool. And the dock looks nice as well. So I'm very, very excited. I don't know if this is going to be the... Oh. And obviously, yeah, it releases, well, the Nintendo Direct on the 2nd of April, which it says here. And then they're holding like an experience to where you can try it out in loads of different places in the world, which is pretty cool. So there's one in London that you can sign up to. It's like a lottery though, so you're not guaranteed to get it, like a guaranteed to get a slot, obviously. But it's very cool. Let me just add that to there. Yeah. No? I might have already done that to the wrong one. Oh. Hang on. Oh. Oh, damn. Never mind. Sorry, my guess is a Christmas release, but yeah, it's leaked to be a sort of June, July release, which I think is quite interesting. Obviously, the original one released in March. I've seen a lot of uproar about that, actually. People are like, oh, they should have announced it a lot. They should have announced it a lot before this. People are saying they've announced it very late, and they should have. Yeah, people just aren't very happy, which is a bit stupid. It's like, just get on with it. I don't know. But yeah, June, July is what the leaks are saying. Which I'm down for. Like, that will be like after TwitchCon. I know obviously TwitchCon's at the beginning of June, but I'm thinking like if it's like end of June, start of July, then that gives me like at least one payday that kind of like gets the money together. And I'm thinking it'll probably be around like £350-400 for one. I know the original Switch was like 300, so I imagine this will be a bit of a pay increase, which I'm fine with paying. And to be fair, I think that the Pokemon game will likely release in November, because that's usually what the Pokemon games are like. They're usually November releases. And I also imagine that we will see the new Pokemon game being announced the new Pokemon game being given a release date and stuff on Pokemon Day, which is at the end of Feb. So that's the vibe with that one. And I think the launch title will likely be Mario Kart 9. Because obviously they've showed that in this initial trailer. fucking hell. Oh, God. Whew. Don't know what that was. Do you know, something just like hits the back of your throat. I can still feel it. Oh, Jesus. Hello, Dev. Welcome in. Just having a coughing fit, don't worry. I keep failing this jump as well. I've had one of those days, chat. John, you just had one of those days. You've done nothing. Like, I've literally done nothing today. I've stayed in, I've watched telly all day. But I always feel bad when I have days like that. I'm like, oh, I probably should have done a bit more today. But, like, I work a lot, so having a day off is, like, not the end of the world. You know what I mean? What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. So I imagine Mario Kart 9 will be a launch title for the new Switch. And then everything else will sort of come out after that. They need a big title to package with it. You know what I mean? It's the same way that, like, Breath of the Wild was the launch title for the Switch. There was only, like... I remember there was only 5 or 6 games that... Maybe not even that many. There was literally... probably a handful of games on the Switch the day it released. And they were like 1-2 Switch, Breath of the Wild, like Super Bomberman R. That's the one game I remember people playing because that was such like an odd... That was like such an odd title for it to be released, you know what I mean? Do you think Tears of the Kingdom become a launch title? Like, they'll repackage it and say, like, oh, we've upgraded... Not really upgraded. It's a bit of a weird one, that, innit? They've, like... I don't know. That's an interesting one. Maybe. Because, like, Tears of the Kingdom didn't see the numbers that they wanted to. Which is understandable, because it's not... It wasn't the same caliber as, like, Breath of the Wild, but... Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting one. Because obviously Breath of the Wild was initially initially supposed to release on the Wii U, and it did release on the Wii U. There is like you can play the game on the Wii U if you really want to. I don't know why you would, but you can. So maybe they'll repackage Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I don't know if they're gonna market these games as this is a Nintendo Switch 2 game. Because they've said that all games from the Switch 1 will be backwards compatible for this one, and vice versa. There's Arthur barking. So it'll be interesting to see. But definitely Mario Kart 9 should be a launch title, because that's a big name. It's a very, like, people want to bundle them together. Like, if you get your kid the Switch for Christmas, you want to get them a game that they're going to know what to do and how to play. So having Mario Kart fill that space is very smart, to be fair. And we're well overdue a Mario Kart game. Like, well overdue. Because the Switch didn't even have a new Mario Kart game. It was just like a remaster of the last one. We were also talking about, like, what's like the next mainline Zelda game going to be like. Oh, fuck, I pressed the wrong one. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with the next Zelda game. Because I think they said they're going to steer away from what Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom looks like. Because another one of those, like, fair enough, I love Breath of the Wild. Like, it's probably in my top 5 games of all time. But another one that looks like that will probably be a bit much then. You know what I mean? Nino Cooney when? When I can be bothered. When I've got the patience. Majora's Mask 2. I mean, they could do like a remaster. I guess people have been asking for that a lot, haven't they? They did like Skyward Sword HD, so I think for the Switch 2, I could see them doing like a Twilight Princess or a Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. Or give me like a bundle of 3. Do you remember when they did the Mario game, like bundle of 3? It was like Sunshine, Galaxy, and 64, was it? And they were all in like the same. They were all bundled together. They could easily do that with. They could easily do that with Twilight Princess, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. That would sell like hotcakes. That'd be great. I never really thought about that. Oh, and this year's the 25th anniversary. Yeah, maybe then. Interesting. And there's all the Pokemon game potential as well. Like Legends ZA is coming out, and then the next one after that will likely be Gen 10, which is crazy. Like insane. And there's all the potential with like bringing back. They've already done Twilight Princess though, and it still holds up. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I just don't want them to keep bringing out, like, do you know the way they did like Link's Awakening and whatever the one after that was called, like the one where you played as Zelda, basically, that literally only came out a couple of months ago. I just don't want them to do that, but again, I think people like we've seen that now. It's the same way that they only did like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee once, even though like people were really wanting like a Let's Go game of like Johto or Hoenn or Sinnoh. They never did it because the whole point of Let's Go was to be the first Pokemon game on the Switch, and for people who were playing regular Pokemon Go to be brought over to this new console. That was literally the only reason that like they made Let's Go, so they could bridge the gap between mobile players and new people who want to buy the Switch. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. And bear in mind, like we haven't seen any gameplay of Legends ZA yet. Not a single piece of gameplay. So this, I think the reason we didn't see any gameplay is not because they hadn't done anything yet, but more so that they are building it on the Switch 2's engine, and they don't want to show any of that off yet. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm very excited though. I've got one of like the original launch Switches. So I've had it for like going on 8 years this year, which is wild. God, that's crazy, isn't it? 5 years. No, 8 years, sorry. 8 years for one console is crazy. Like crazy. Let me get a better standard one. See, my thought process is as well. Sorry. It's obviously the save data for all the games. The save data for all the games on the Switch don't save to cartridges. They save to the device. So like, what if you've played all these Pokemon games or like other like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom on your original Switch, but want to transfer all that data over? Will that be an easy process? I don't know. That's like another because obviously like for the 3DS and stuff and the DS, all the game data was saved to the actual physical hardware of like the thing. And it's not even like your save data is linked to your Nintendo Switch like online account. It's just the device what it's on. Yeah, I imagine they'll have like some sort of transfer. Yeah, I can see that happening. It's just a bit of an odd one, innit? It's just an SD card. Possibly then, yeah. I didn't really think about that. I wonder if it'll be the Hello. Every single fucking time. It's so annoying. Like, why? Why does it do it? Why? It proper pisses me off. It just makes the VOD process really awkward. It just makes the VOD process really awkward. It's so annoying. Oh, no, I hate these parkour. Why do these parkours have that? The stupid note block parkour. Right, hang on. It's so annoying. Right, okay. At least I'm not doing anything like that interesting, you know what I mean? I'm literally just sat here talking. But, you know, still fucking annoying because my internet is dog shit. Like, why can't the internet just work? And stay on? Like, why does it randomly just stop working? I've been doing these Hypixel parkours all day. It's the easiest thing to do whilst you're watching a TV show. And like, especially a day where you just binge watch a TV show, which is what I've been doing today. It's very easy to just sit and head empty and just do parkour. I'm surprised I haven't done this one yet though, because usually I've done quite a lot of them. Yeah, they are. They're just very intuitive. You know what I mean? You can just... You don't really have to think about it. You just do it. I haven't made a thumbnail for today's stream either. Usually I'm quite good at doing that. Like making the thumbnail before I go live. But like I said, I literally had no plan coming onto stream today. I genuinely had no idea what I wanted to do. Which usually isn't like me. I usually have a good plan, and I'm not actually joking. Like usually I like have a bit of an idea. I was going to not stream, but then I thought I haven't streamed in like 2 days as it is anyway, and I know like obviously big thing for me this year was streaming a lot more than I used to. So to be fair, we're only like 2 weeks into the year, so I get it. But obviously I'd like to be a little bit more consistent. I think one thing for me that like gets me down a tiny bit when it comes to streaming is there must I don't know whether it's because, do you know when you get those like fake like graphics, like people who come into the stream and like they're like scamming people, they're trying to like sell you graphics or trying to get you to follow them back on Twitter and things like that. So when those people come into your stream, they follow you and then they do that whole proposal of like, oh, I followed you on Twitter, can you follow me back? Like, I'm a graphic designer. It's like, but you're not. So basically those people follow you, and then when you ban them, it doesn't automatically unfollow them. It doesn't automatically unfollow them when you ban someone, which I was unaware of. I thought if you ban someone, it makes sense that person wouldn't be following you anymore. But obviously that isn't the case, because every day when I come on to my stream manager, my follower number's just gone down by like 2 or 3. Some days it doesn't move, like, and I'd like it to stay that way. But it's like those accounts are being like terminated or removed from Twitch, and the numbers just slowly but surely going down and down, and it's just really, really. Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit like, ugh, like that's a bit shit. Don't get me wrong, I'd rather have real followers who've like followed me for real reasons than have loads of fake like spam followers. It's the same with Twitter. I nearly had like 700 followers, not 700. I nearly had like 600 followers once on Twitter at some point, because you get followed by so many of these bot accounts and scam accounts, but it would take you so long. The way Twitter is, it would take you hours and hours and hours to remove each one of those followers. So you end up just leaving them there. And then one day I checked and I was down to like 200, and I was like, damn. I was like, shit. So it's just like, yeah, it's just a bit like, ugh. And I can't. It's like an uphill battle, because every I don't even get followers every stream, but say every couple of streams you get like 3 or 4 followers. By the time that number's gone up, you've lost another 5. So it's like you're going 2 steps forward but 1 step back. So yeah, you're slowly growing, but you're always taking that little bit of a step back, and it's just like, ugh. You know what I mean? So it's just like, ugh. Sort of got to get on with it and take it on the chin, really, though. Being slow in the streaming world. Yeah, I guess that there's just not a lot going on, is there? I say there's not a lot going on. We're like 2 weeks into the year, and MCYT's nearly been ripped apart. You know what I mean? I say ripped apart. It hasn't. The whole of MCYT is on one side of the drama, and there is the other side of the drama that's got all the horrible people that we don't like on it. Do you know what I mean? It's just like yeah, it's a crazy one. I think it was there was a, like I said, I don't really want to talk about it, but it's on topic, and yeah, it's not like I'm saying anything bad about it. But there was this image of, like, obviously you can see who's in your Twitch chat, and like anyone can see. If you like, there's a members thing, and you can see who's in your chat right now. But there was like there was an image, and obviously because like Tubbo has all of his friends like VIP'd or as moderators, literally anyone you could think of was sitting and watching that stream last night. Captain Sparkles, Sneak Snag, Roscumber, like Tristan, like there was just so many people, and like there was, the tweet was like, what in the Avengers Infinity War is this? Like the whole of MCYT was just sat watching this 4-hour conversation, and it was like, wow. And Tubbo got his ass. It was yeah. And I'd like to think that it's over now, and sort of like things like the dust settles, and things just sort of, like, not like things go back to normal, because the things that have happened have still happened and aren't good things. But you know what I mean, like that's not it's not being talked about as often, because let's be real. Drama within the community that we are a part of, like, and you can't dispute that, because we are a part of this community, whether we like are big, whether you talk in the community or you're very, very familiar with the MCYT community, or if you're not, if you watch one streamer in it, you're still involved. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, what did you miss? Oh, do you actually not know, Dev? No clue. Oh, it. I said this yesterday. It's too long to like. Too long didn't read. Dev, it's probably better that you don't know. But basically, there was just lots of drama with Tommy in it, and Tubbo and Dream, and yeah, it was just a whole thing. There was a big. There's been like loads of live streams about it. There's been like 3 YouTube videos made. Yeah, it was a bit of a mad one, really. But it's kind of over now. It's kind of like the dust's kind of settled. Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, come on. How does it do that when I'm like facing? There we go. Skip the song. That's why I can't hear the game, because that's like turned down like all the way. No, that's totally fair. Like, I'm not. I think that there is definitely two sides to it. Like, the only reason I'm keeping up to date with it is I am very much in this community, and like I find it important in a way to know what's going on. But obviously, you don't need to know what's going on. Like, it's not like a big deal if you don't know what's going on, because it's not a big deal. And especially being a moderator in multiple streamers chats like Joel and Roz and Ghosty and Martin, who are people who are very prevalent in the community, I kind of need to know what's going on, so I know what is like sort of right and wrong. Because someone could come into a chat one day and start ranting and raving about something, and if I'm not clued up on it, I'm just sort of like, what's this person saying? You know what I mean? Did you watch all of Exo Kitty today, Dom, or have you only watched a bit of it? I binged it all in one day. Yeah. I think that's one thing. That's my one downfall, is you wait so long for a show to come out, like a season of a show, and you binge it all in one day, and you're like, yeah, I need season 3 now. Exactly. You binge it all in one day, and then you're left, and you're like, damn. Damn. You watch it all in one day, and you're kind of fucked then. You're like, shit. We don't even know there is going to be another season of it. So it's like, to be honest, I'd like to think that there will be, but then again, like, we don't know. They could be finished with the story for all we know. It did leave a little bit open-ended. I'm sorry for all the people who have no idea what we're talking about right now. It's just cool TV show. Cool TV show. I think, let's be fair, most TV shows, unless it's confirmed that it's the last season, sort of like with Stranger Things that's coming out this year, we know that's the end. So that will be a very, that will be an end. You know what I mean? We know that there will be no more after that. So they will end it on a very concrete, this is the end. But other shows that like have just like season 1 of a show, 99% of the time always ends with a, there could be more, and if there isn't, there isn't, because a lot of shows get cancelled after one season. But we shall see. Or if it's a limited series, then obviously that's a different story. Because limited series are just one season, sort of. It's like a movie, but sprung over 7 or 8 episodes. It's also like the same with movies, though. You know, like the way a movie ends really open-ended. And a lot of the time, this is why I prefer TV to movies, because TV can carry on for a very long time. And I mean more so, like, I can't think of an example. Like the show I'm talking about now, it's a very story show, like story heavy show. I say story heavy, it's kind of not though. It's, you know what I mean? There's a very ongoing story in each episode, and it sort of carries on and carries on. Whereas something like The Office or Friends, Friends and The Office, yes, have like things that happen in each episode that can string together through the whole season, sort of like Jim and Pam, or Monica and Chandler, or Ross and Rachel. Yes, those things happen throughout each series and build up and build up and build up into a story. But most of the time, it's like you can watch one episode on its own, and it does justice on its own. Whereas these shows that I'm talking about, which are shows that like I think, but I don't know if I prefer, but they're a lot more interesting. Yeah, every individual stands on its own too. Yeah, of course. These shows are like Exo Kitty, for example. I'm using that as the example because that's the show I'm watching. Like, that's the show I've watched today. You can't really just jump in at like episode 5 in season 2 because you need to know the context of seasons 1, like episodes 1 to 4. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, if you watched season 3, episode 5 of The Office, the likelihood is you don't really need to know the rest of the show. You can just watch it and sort of get to grips with what's going on. It's a great show in a franchise that has three movies and 2 seasons of a show. It feels like a season 3 will be made. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like Exo Kitty, for example, that is off the back end of 3 movies, and it's from the To All the Boys I Loved Before franchise, which did very, very well. So possibly. We'll see. And so even then, if we get it, it probably won't be out for like 2 years. Because that's just the way Netflix shows work, unfortunately. Do you know when I can really tell how passionate I am about like movies and TV shows and music and stuff, because when I start talking about it, I don't stop. Do you know what I mean? I feel like whenever I'm talking about something I'm passionate about, it's the same with Minecraft as well. If I'm talking about something that I really, really love, this is why I made the second channel. I find it very hard to stop what I'm doing, like stop what I'm talking about to, you know what I mean, to focus. When I know what I want to talk about, I'm like, yeah. Like I could probably talk about The Office for hours and hours and hours and hours. Because I love it. It's probably my favourite show of all time. Speaking of The Office, Comic-Con is in Liverpool in a couple of months, and 2 of the actors from The Office are going to be there. So you know the way, like, you can, obviously you got to pay to like get your signature, like get their autograph or get a photo with them. Well, the actors who play Dwight and Stanley are gonna be at Comic-Con in Liverpool, and I was like pricing it up, and like they're not that bad priced to like get an autograph and actually just go for the day. And to be honest, I've never been to a Comic-Con before, so I could like go for the day, get my signatures, and then, do you know what I mean, check the con out, because I've never done it before. So yeah, Rainn Wilson, yeah, and then Leslie David Baker as well. I was thinking I'd probably get, you know, like a Stanley and a Dwight Funko Pop and get them to sign the fronts, because they would look really, really nice on my shelf. Like, yes, you could get like a piece of paper signed by them, but that doesn't look as cool. But I think a Funko Pop would be nice to like have on my shelf. So I've been thinking about that. I was pricing it up the other day. I think it was yesterday. And like I said to the saplings, I was like, do you guys think I should go? And it was like a 99% yes. It was like it's gonna be fun, just go. Similar to Field to TwitchCon, yeah. I'd probably go on my own, to be fair. Like I've got no one to go with, which I'm not bothered about. I'm really not bothered about. I'd go meet the people, have a little look around, maybe buy 1 or 2 things, and then go home. Because I'd likely have work the same day because it's on a weekend. Look forward and hug the umbrellas. I'd go with you for a day of money wasn't a thing. Yeah, that's fair. It's the same month as TwitchCon, so I don't expect you to. I wouldn't expect you to come, Dom. Don't worry. How are we only 2 weeks into the year, by the way? How? Maybe it's because it doesn't even feel like a new year yet. Do you know, like the beginning of January doesn't feel like the new year? I feel like to me it still feels like 2024 a little bit. What? It's just such an odd one, isn't it? So maybe it's because of that. It doesn't feel like a new year yet. So, like, yeah, I don't know. Still feels like we're just sort of trotting along in 2024. Maybe because nothing's happened yet. Like, nothing huge has happened. I say nothing huge. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like nothing impactful's really happened yet. I feel like I need to wait for something to happen, and then it'll start to feel like the new year. I'm still working. I'm still streaming. Like, there's been no big life changes of yet. I guess it also may be the fact of usually I'd be going back to uni or, like, back to college at this time of year. What have I done there? Like, usually, like, for basically my whole life, January is a time where you go back to school or you go back to college or you go back to university, whereas this year is the first year that hasn't happened since I was 3. So we're talking a very, very long time. So maybe it's that as well. I was thinking about university today, actually. I was speaking to my mum about it. Like, if I would go back, and what would I do if I went back, and where would I go? I can't see me going back for at least a year and a half, though. Because at the end of the day, as much as I love... Yeah, 100%, yeah. I think that would be my worst downfall. I said it a couple of weeks ago as well. When I don't have anything to do, when I don't have anything important to do, I mean, and I'm just sort of sat doing nothing, it can fuck with my head. I hate feel like, see, I don't really know where I stand on it really. I hate feeling like I'm wasting time. Like today, I felt really, really bad that I hadn't done anything. But all I do is work. So having a day where I do nothing and enjoy watching a new TV show that I like, I shouldn't feel guilty for that because I deserve it. I deserve a day off. But if I had nothing to do ever all the time, I'd end up going insane. I need a bit of purpose, and like work and like streaming gives me that little bit of purpose. You know what I mean? Can't overwork yourself. Yeah, don't worry. Like I don't overwork myself. Like I definitely don't. It's just like it's just an interesting one. I don't know. You need something to kick you up the arse, don't you? You need like something to do at least. And that's what was my point before. I think Dom said a chat, but as much as like I like doing what I'm doing now, and I'm very content with life, this isn't the be all and end all. You know what I mean? I'm not really liking this parkour anymore. This isn't the be all and end all. Like I'm gonna have to do something proper, like real, eventually. Like I'm gonna have to get a real full-time job eventually and work properly, and because I can't like, you know what I mean? I can't like live at home forever, and just, you know what I mean? It's I've got to grow up. Like I say, grow up. I've got to grow up eventually and kind of get my arse in gear, which I'm very full aware of. And I think a lot of people's like thing for that is, well, like you're nearly 21 already. Like why aren't you at that stage already? And it's like because in reality, that is still quite young. Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's my answer. I've still got my life to fuck about. And if I were to do that, if I were to do the whole settling down with a full-time job now, then not that I've lost those years to sort of fuck about, but that fuck about becomes more stressful, because when we go to TwitchCon, it's not the summer holidays, or it's not a time that you could just, like, if I had a full-time job, we're going away for like, I think it's like 8 days. That's so many days, like, to, like, do you know what I mean, like, for like take holidays and stuff. If I had a full-time job, I would not be able to afford to take 9 days off. That just isn't kind of possible. It is, but do you know what I mean? Then the rest of your year's like on ice, because you haven't really got any holidays left because you've used them all. You know what I mean? And then like Japan's like 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've got no reason to, I say settle down, but I've got no reason to take my foot off the gas at the minute. I'm very, very happy with what I'm doing. I'm very content with life. Yeah, fucking some days can be a bit miserable, but who doesn't have those days? Yeah, sometimes motivation's a bit shit, but who isn't motivated? Nobody's motivated 24/7. And if you are, I've got respect for you, because that is a very, very difficult thing. I've got all the time in the world to like be a proper adult. I do apologise for the very serious topic of today's stream. I say serious topic, but for the very like adult serious conversation that we're having about life and work and stuff. But I like talking about things like this. It's interesting. Sometimes you need 100% at the start of working life. Is money sorted to have hobbies included? Did that checkpoint come off? Something you 100% need at the start of working life is money sorted to have hobbies included. What do you mean, Dom? Can you like rephrase that? I'm not sure I get what you mean. It probably will be a short stream today as well, by the way. I've got work tomorrow morning and I'm already quite tired. People forget they can still have a life outside of work. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know that. Some people are very like live to work kind of people. You've got to have, like, it's so cliche, but you've got to have really nice work-life balance. I've seen it with like my dad, for example. My dad worked away a lot when I was a kid, and that was such like a shit experience, because like he had to work away a lot. I didn't see him all the time, do you know what I mean? That was just like, oh, but that's just kind of what you have to do. Hobbies can be really cheap or really expensive, yeah, depending on what you're doing. Yeah, like building Lego, that's really expensive. And if you don't make them into your bills, you feel like you don't have the ability to have one. Yeah, exactly. If you, so you've really hit the nail on the head with that one. Treat your hobbies as serious as you can, because if you don't, then it doesn't become important to you anymore. Like if you really loved, let's say the Lego one, for example. If your like biggest passion was like building Lego, and you really, really enjoyed it, and that was your big hobby, that's what you wanted to do, then in your paycheck each month you should have £100 or £50 set away to, that's my hobby money, that's what I'm doing with that money. But if you just leave it up in the air as, this is the extra money that I get left with at the end of the month, then there is other things that realistically, that if you're a big important person, if you've got kids and you've got a house and you've got all these other little things that you've got to look after, once you've got people relying on you, your hobbies can go out the window very, very quickly, because then they don't become important anymore. But making sure that your hobbies are still important to you and that you've got that nice work-life balance is so important. I say this like I'm at that stage in my life and I know what I'm talking about, because in reality I don't really. I'm still young, I'm still naive, I still don't really know what I'm doing, which is okay. Like, people need to realise that that's okay. It's okay that I don't know what I want to do. So people are like, oh, what do you want to do as a career? I couldn't fucking tell you. I could not tell you at all. I was like, well, why don't you know? Because I don't know. Fair enough. A lot of people my age are very certain on, oh, I want to go into business, or I want to go into accountancy, or I want to go into law. But like, I've never been like that. I've always just been like, I don't know. Which is okay. Which is, again, it's fine to be like that. All pretty accurate so far. Good. I'm very happy about that. Not happy about this parkour though. A balance of living day to day and having a plan is what you need, definitely, yeah. True that. No. I think I've seen recently, I've got the itch to just be somewhere else. I've got the itch to travel and just be in another place. But that costs so much money. It's so shit. Because you've got to... And it's only recently that I've got enough income to start saving up that real... You know what I mean? Like, it's only recently that I've been able to afford to do those things. Because before, I've only had part-time jobs. But bear in mind, I say before... I literally turned 20 just over a month ago. That's crazy. It's insane. So I haven't had the time to travel before now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm missing out, but maybe because that's because like most of my friends are a little bit older than me, and I even 3 or 4 years is quite a lot in terms of having time to do things. That's quite a lot. And like I know other people, but even the people I work with are older than me. It's like everyone, my circle is people who are all at not a different stage of life, but who are all a little bit above me. And seeing other people do things, it's not that I'm jealous, because I'm not. Seeing other people do things just really gives you the itch to do it. The itch for adventure, yeah. It's such a hard one. But I've started putting money away, and I think what I've been looking at is very on the high end, and it shouldn't be really. Like, I know a lot of people who, they say, I'm gonna go travelling, and they go to like Thailand and Vietnam and Indonesia and the Philippines and all these little things. Like, going to Asia is a big, like, Asia and Australia is like the place to travel. But like, that's quite expensive, but it doesn't have to be expensive. You can book a one-way flight to Copenhagen, and guess what? You can just travel around Europe for, guess what? Fairly cheap. Get buses everywhere, get trains everywhere. hitchhike if you even want to, and meet loads of random new people. There's this YouTuber I watch, Simon Wilson, and fair enough, like, fair play to him. Nowadays, he does a lot of cool stuff because he's got the money. He goes to the Arctic, he goes to this place and that place and this place, and it's boss. But he started, his first series on his channel was New York to LA with no money, without a pound to his name. He got a one-way flight to New York City, and he got all the way to Los Angeles without a pound in his pocket. He hitchhiked. He found little random odds and sods jobs that he could do for people, washing dishes for a night in a pub to get $30 to go and get the train from New York to Jersey, and then get the fucking train from Jersey to wherever, and then the bus from wherever to wherever. And it took him like 2 months all told. But that's insane to think about. It's just so inspirational as well. And do you know what else gives me the itch? Is vlogging it. I'd love to go to like anywhere in Europe and just travel around Europe, but vlog it as well. Can you tell how excited I am talking about it? Because that's what I want to do. But it's just having the time and the money and the resources to do it. And currently, right now, I haven't got all of that. But in 12 months' time, I might. With saving up money and like things like that. Sorry for rambling. I do apologise. But I'm very... it interests me. I'm very... It excites me as well. I don't really know what I want to do. Yeah, 100%. I think for me, it's not jobs, it's job. Obviously, I've got 2 jobs. My retail job is a job that if you were to leave, you can't just say, I'm going backpacking for 4 months around Europe. I'll come back in 4 weeks. Did I say 4 weeks or 4 months? Sorry, what I meant to say was, I'm going backpacking around Europe for 4 weeks. Like, I'll see you in 4 weeks. Bye. That the chances are you couldn't do that. But whereas like my pub job, because it's a family-owned business, if I were to say to them like, look, I'm not going to be here for 4 weeks, the likelihood what they'd say is, yeah, that's cool, and you can come back in 4 weeks. So it's like the retail job that is 90% holding me down, but you can't just get rid of that because that's what gives me my income. And it's the fact of you need the money to still pay for the things whilst you're gone. I still need to pay rent and my car and all these other things that like other important bills that are like important, and have the money to travel, and have the money to do the things you want to do, and have the money to save. It's so like it's just like that's a lot. You know what I mean? It's so much at once, and that's what fucks with my head. And then maybe the potential of going back to university, and that holds you down as well. And growing up fucking stinks. Don't grow up, chat. Don't grow up. Because it stinks. It's awful. It's so bad. Yeah, life. Just life. With a full fucking stop. Ugh. Just yeah. Ugh. It's been a very rambly stream, hasn't it? Will I even post the VOD for today? Man, I don't even know. To be honest, I will, because I want to be able to keep it, like, I want to be able to keep all the VODs on the VODs channel. But you know what I mean? Today's stream has been all over the place, so I do apologise. But it's... I think it's kind of fun, just scary and weird at first. Life is better now than ever before. Fair. Fair. Fair play. Do you know when you've talked for so long, your brain just melts away from you? I need a minute. You know what I mean? You just say so much at once, and you're like, bleh. Bleh. Paul's gonna leave for a month and move in with Nano. And do you know what makes it worse? It's all the little emails I get from like Ryanair and EasyJet. It's like, you can fly to Barcelona for like $12.99. And I'm like, hello? $12.99? Yes, please. Oh, that's gone really small. Let's not do that. Let's do that. There we go. I'm only doing it like that so you can still see the screen moving whilst I'm opening Twitter and having a nose. Having a nose. What's this talking about? Why are people in life series, like why is life now arguing with people? What the fuck? Why is traffic twit arguing? Don't know about that one. Right, let me just do this a minute. Let me put my slivers back on. Let me do this. I want to do a thing for a thumbnail. Are you ready, chat? I want to do me like going a bit crazy because I'm like, I need. How am I going to take a screenshot of this? Can someone take a screenshot? Dom, can you take a screenshot of me when I make this face and then DM it to me? No, not like that. Like that. Wait, no. How am I doing it? I need to like look somewhere else. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll tell you when I want. I'll tell you when I want you to take the screenshot. By the way, I really hope Dom's still here and I'm not just talking to myself, because I can't do the whole like control shift, like control. What is it? Shift Windows S, because obviously I need a hand to do that and I haven't got my hand. Right, do it now, Dom. Did you do it, bro? Did you take a screenshot? Did you take a screenshot? Please tell me you took a screenshot. Please. Please. Yippee. Thanks, Tom. This is for my thumbnail for the VODs channel, by the way, because obviously I think kind of the point of me, this stream was just me going a little bit crazy. Let me go to the housing in Hypixel. I will show you what I'm just taking screenshots of me, so it's not that really important. Not that really important. That doesn't make any sense, Paul. Right, we'll do. I'll just do that, and then that can be the screenshot of the thumbnail. Save as desktop. Head in your hand, you're nothing more than a... Create new. Oh no, it's not create new, is it? Why? 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 For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Again. Fucking hell. Why? Why would you do this to me? What a fucking scuffed stream this has been. Jesus Christ. Ugh. I'm actually sick of the internet, you know. I'm so sick of it. My internet and just the internet in general. I've had enough. Can I, like, put this on full screen and do it? Yeah, I guess so. There you go. You can watch me make a thumbnail. So annoying. Playing Minecraft whilst everything breaks. There we go. And then this can be styles. We can make that like, yeah, just black works. Now I need to do the really difficult bit of trying to get me cut out of this, but that's not, I don't think that's going to work, is it? For God's sake, this is going to take so long. No, I'd rather it not be like that, to be honest. Right, eraser. I hardly know where. We do it like this, maybe. Oh, no, I don't want it to be like that. Let me do like the hard brush. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect, chat. Right, that can be fine like that for now. So stupid. And we'll just use the big square one for doing this. Might just leave the cam in. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I guess he does, doesn't he? Yeah, maybe I just do that. Yeah, good shout. I do need to get rid of this though. Good shout, Domao. Well done. Brownie points for you. See, there's still a bit of scuffage around the edge, but we can get rid of that. Yeah. Bro, please, man. Why is it cut out really awkward? Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do that now. I just need to get rid of the. What song's this? Oh, Olivia Dean. Ah, wrong image. Right, there we go. And then this image needs more saturation as well. There we go. Brightness and contrast. I know, I'm fixing them in a minute. Right, let me do this. I don't want you to see my files. Assets. This one. New cam border. Which is the one I use on the main screen. Oh yeah, it's the one without Dave. Oh yeah, we lost Dave on this one, didn't we? Wow. Look at me being all nasty to Dave. Yeah, it's the wrong size. For fuck's sake. Because it's the cam. Oh, it's the chat one. Right, I'll use the chat one instead. Is this one better? Yeah, this one's better. F11 display capture. There you go. Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to manage this. That's right, innit? Yeah, we did it. Yippee. No. No! Look at that, chat. How good does that look? No, it doesn't. It clashes with the ice too much. Right, there we go. File, save as vard underscore 16 underscore 01 underscore 2025. Let me unfull screen that. Right, chat, if you couldn't have guessed, this is where I'm going to end today's stream. I'll probably get rid of all the VODs that are on the Twitch side of things, so I'm very sorry for the scuffed stream today, but at least I streamed and we chatted for a bit and stuff, and yeah. So, have a lovely rest of your day. I won't go and raid anyone. I'll just sort of get off. So yeah,